Hello everyone, welcome back to online class of social science. So students, as you all know that we have started our geography portion of social science and our today's explanation is on chapter 6 and the name of the chapter is Natural Vegetations and Wildlife. So in this video we will know about the natural vegetation belts of the world, and also we will learn about the diverse flora and fauna in different vegetations belt. So like you may have trekked along the bank of the river into the smoothing greenery of forest and also spent a day in the company of mist and mountain ungulates. Yes, so what was the landscape like? It could be a dense forest with animals like monkey living on trees, or a less dense forest with thickets and tall grasses under a tiger. And this tiger could hide for his prey. So it would be a swampy region of tidal forest or open grassland where lion would rest under the shade of isolated trees. Yes. So whenever you go on a nature trip, you will notice that each region has its own landscape. Each region has its own landscape, soil, and climatic conditions which determine the type of vegetation and wildlife found there. Okay, can you see that this penguin and polar bears survive where elephant and tigers are found? Yes, it's big no. Yes, they cannot survive because they have their different climatic conditions, because they are used to be a different climatic conditions. Okay, so first is, what is natural vegetation? So natural vegetation refers to the garment of plants and trees that exist in the area before it is modified by men or activities such as farming, mining, lumbering, and industrial, economic, and urban development. We need natural vegetation because it helps us, humans and animals. People use natural vegetation for food, building materials, and etc. Animals such as herbivores use it for food. So see, natural vegetation refers to all kinds and species of plant life that grow on its own without the intervention of humans. So this is not to be mistaken with cultivated crops, fruits or trees which are grown and looked after by the humans, but plant species that are native to a region are known as endemic or indigenous species. So the plant which are introduced to a foreign region are called exotic plant, and the plant life of a region is referred to its flora, while its wildlife is a fauna. Okay, so plant life is called as flora and wildlife is called as fauna. So in this chapter we will learn about the various natural vegetation belts of the earth and wildlife that inhabited them. So these natural vegetations, this kind of plant and animal life region is determined by the altitude of the land and the nature of soil found there and its climatic condition. So broadly, this natural vegetation can be classified into grassland, forest, and shrubs. Or these three types natural vegetation is being classified. So what are forests? So see, forest also refer to a wood or the woods in an area with a high density of trees. Okay, basically this forest it comprise vegetation which is made up chiefly of plants, trees or underbrush covering a large area. Okay, and these forests are divided into different kind of forest. So like tropical deciduous, tropical evergreen, temperature deciduous, then temperate evergreen, coniferous forest, and Mediterranean vegetation. So let us discuss it one by one. Number one is tropical evergreen, means tropical evergreen forest. So students, these forests are also called as tropical rainforest and are found in a place which are close to the equator, and these regions have hot temperatures and experience heavy rainfall all year around. So most of these forests are found in Central Africa, South America, then Southeast Asia and Madagascar. So there are also a small areas of rainforest in Central America and Australia. Okay, so these forests basically inhabited by many species of animals such as hippopotamus, elephant, gorillas, monkeys, bats, reptiles, amphibians, and millions of insects. So tropical rainforest is an ecosystem zone that can be found roughly between the latitude of 28 degrees north and south of the equator. Okay. Then next we have is tropical deciduous. These forests lie in tropical region and it receive rainfall between 200 centimeter to 70 centimeter, and they are found in the Indian subcontinent like Thailand, then Vietnam, Taiwan, and etc. So unlike the forest in evergreen forest, the trees of these forests shed their leaves for about 6 to 8 weeks in dry summer, and teak is the most dominant species of this forest. So wildlife in this forest include like lion, tiger, boar, deer, elephant, and etc. So a huge variety of birds, lizards, and snakes are also found here. The next we have is temperate evergreen. So the temperate evergreen forests are located in the mid-latitudinal coastal regions. So they are commonly found along the eastern margin of the continents. So such areas include southeastern United States or southeastern China or southeastern Brazil, eastern coast of southern Africa or eastern coast of Australia. So broadleaf evergreen forests are found in the countries around the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, and like Lebanon or Morocco. So they comprise both broadleaf and the coniferous trees such as oak, pine, hemlock, wattle, mulberry, or eucalyptus, etc. So wildlife includes like bears, deer, monkey, giant panda, then wolves, and a great variety of birds. The next we have is tropical deciduous, or we can say tropical deciduous forest. So the temperature or like temperate deciduous forests are mainly confined to the northeastern part of USA or northwestern Europe, North China, Japan, South Korea, and etc. So in winter, the trees of these forests lose their leaves, and again they do not grow. Okay, so some common trees include like oak or like ash, poplar, redwood, maple, and beech. So some common animals found here are bears, foxes, owls, raccoons, beavers, deers, wildcats, then squirrels, snakes, and etc. And birds also are found here like a red-tailed hawk or bald eagle, nightingale, then snowy owl, and etc. The next we have is Mediterranean vegetation. So in Mediterranean vegetations, the coastal land of Europe and northwestern part of Africa around the Mediterranean Sea form the largest area where this type of vegetation is found. Okay, so the natural Mediterranean vegetation is adapted to survive long, hot and dry summer and prolonged wet periods in winter. So, Mediterranean vegetations is diverse and includes evergreen such as pines, cypress, and deciduous trees such as sycamore and oak, and the fruit trees such as olives, figs, or walnut, citrus. Okay, the wildlife includes the critically endangered. Okay, as well as it is many species of rare birds and plants also found there. The next we have is coniferous forest. So see, the largest stretch of coniferous forest in the world called taiga, and it lies in the subarctic region of the northern hemisphere. So the trees are the mainly cone bearing and are tall and straight with thick barks and soft wood. So the branches of these trees are sloping and their leaves are needle shaped and waxy. So these forests are the habitat of furry animals such as moose, red fox, snow shrew, rabbit, and birds such as crossbill and the great horned owl. Then next we have is grassland. Grassland. So see, grassland are areas where vegetation is dominated by a newly or a continuous covers of grass. Okay, and grassland are considered as the transitional biome, as they are usually found between the desert and forest in both temperate and tropical region of the world. So grassland all over the world make ideal environment for plant-eating animals of all sizes. Okay. Then again, this grassland is divided into three parts: tropical grassland, temperate grassland, and thorny bushes. So let us again discuss it one by one. Tropical grassland. So see, they are also called as the savanna. Okay, this tropical grassland is called as savannas and are found close to the equator outside the belt of tropical rainforest. And the largest and best known savanna grassland are found in Africa, although they also exist in South America or India and northern Australia. So the hunters and scavengers are the other group of animals found in grassland. So these include like lions, leopards, cheetah, hyena, or jackals, wild dogs, vultures, and flies and beetles clean up the mess after the scavengers have eaten the leftover. Okay. Then next we have is temperate grassland. So they are found in the interior part of continent in the mid-latitude where temperatures are cold and rainfall is too low for the growth of trees. And large part of this natural grassland have been converted into the farmlands, especially for the cultivation of wheat. And they are known by various names such as prairies in North America, steppes of Eurasia, or valles in Africa and downs in Australia. Okay, so grasses dominate the vegetation in grassland. So trees and shrubs are usually absent, though a large number of flowers grow along the grasses. Okay, so temperate grasslands have an abundance of wildlife, though low on diversity. Then next we have is thorny bushes. So they are found in the dry desert-like region, and the tropical deserts are located in the western margins of the continent, and the vegetation covers is scarce. So here the vegetation cover is scarce, and here because scanty rains and scorching heat, the growth of natural vegetation is very limited here. Okay, because deserts are dry and the barren regions, they form due a low amount of the precipitations and covers nearly 30% of the earth's surface. Okay, so these are found close to the equator within the torrid zone of the earth. So these desert plants adapt to the severe dry conditions. That is why some of them are thick and fleshy like the cacti plant, and while some have the fleshy root systems underground. Then next is wildlife. So wildlife is an integral part of our ecosystem, and it can be found in all ecosystems like desert, forest, rainforest, plains, grassland, and other areas including the most developed urban sites. So all have distinct form of wildlife. Preservation of rare wildlife is of very great importance now, as with the increase of this industrializations and the modernization of human society, this natural land is being taken over by the ever growing population with unlimited wants. Okay. Then next is importance of wildlife. How and why this wildlife is important. It is important to maintain an ecological balance of nature and maintain food chain and nature cycles. Yes, it is true. That is important for the maintaining of the ecological balance of nature, and also to maintain the food chains and the nature cycles. The next we have is it has economic value. Yes, wildlife or natural vegetation have a economic value, and many wild plants provide useful substances like timber, paper, gums, etc. And they also have wide applications in Ayurveda and other branches of medicines. So wild animal product like our tusk, ivory, leather, honey, and etc. So this lead of ecological imbalance or because of this mining industrializations and construction of building and infrastructure using modern agriculture and many more human activities has led to deforestation of valuable land, and this led to ecological imbalance and loss of the habitat for wildlife. So in conclusion, you can say that this has resulted in a soil erosions and land degradation and wild-scale pollutions of the life support system of our planet. So that is why numerous species of plants and animals are extinct, while many more are endangered or threatened. So this is all about chapter 6. Natural vegetations and wildlife. Hope it is clear to you all. Thank you.